Hare Krishna. Namaste. Chapter 6, entitled as Dhyana Yoga, Sloka 16 and 17. Nāty-aśnatas tu yogosti, na caikāntam anaśnataḥ, na cāti-svapna-śīlasya, jāgrato naiva cārjuna, yuktāhāra-vihārasya, yukta-ceṣṭasya karmasu, yukta-svapnāvabodhasya, yoga bhavati duḥkha-hā. So complete fasting for a day or two in a month means we are being merciful to our body. We are considering good for our body. We are being thankful for our organs, which works non-stop. So we are giving some vacation period for our organ. We should respect our organ. We should respect our body. We can only do that by giving them some vacation in this order, which is what called as fasting. So fasting is very important for one to be healthy. One who eats more than required will certainly have dreams. Prabhupada says that one in his purport. Once that means a person who has dream means he didn't have a good sleep. If he doesn't have a good sleep, then he cannot function well the next day. Or he wants to sleep more, even during the daytime. So, less we eat in the night, or even don't eat in the night, it certainly helps the system. Here in this sloka, Krishna also mentions about activities, exercise. One has to do exercise, be active as much as needed. Being overactive will make one tired, and not doing any activities will make one dull and lazy. Therefore it is said, a man who walks excessively, he grows old soon. A horse which does not walk will become old quickly. A woman separated from her husband for too long, old age sets in soon for her. A cloth hanging out in the sun to dry becomes brittle soon. Therefore, we have to make sure we apply things in a right, moderate way. Not to do too much, not to do at all. Therefore, it is said, mitam bhuktva, shatam gatva, mitam suptva, mitam vachaha, vamabahe shayanasya, vishadbihi kim prayojanam. It said, mitam bhuktva, one who eats moderately. Shatam gatva, one who walks 100 steps every day. It's just a number given. One certainly can walk more than 100 steps. Mitam suptva, one who sleeps moderately. Mitam vachaha, one who talks limited, only as much as needed. Vamabhage shayanasya, one who sleeps to their left side. Vishadbihi kim prayojanam. If one applies all these things, then what is the use of doctors? One doesn't need to visit doctor. So one should eat moderately. One should do proper exercise as much as needed moderately. One should sleep moderately, not too much or too less, or not sleep at all. At the right time one has to sleep. Night time is meant for sleeping, so that has to be used properly. One who talks limited, does not talk too much and talk very less. And especially while one is sleeping, one has to sleep on their left side. For them, they can save their time not visiting the doctors. Now we saw what will keep away from disease. Now let's see what causes disease. It is said overly drinking water, even overly drinking water itself causes disease. What to think of drinking something else? That's certainly not recommended. It's bad for health. Drinking alcohol, getting intoxicated. So coming back, overly drinking water, overeating, that is, one should not eat more than what is needed. One should choose food that suits their body. One man's food may be poison for others. So one has to be careful what they eat. They should know their system well and consume accordingly, because every body is different based on kapha, vata and pitta. Combination of these three things, in what proportion they are, one should know and consume that which suits their body. Otherwise, it's going to become a poison. Even though if it may be a good food, still it might end up causing problem. Therefore, one should eat right food by knowing their system. That's number 2. Number 3, one should restrict their union with opposite gender and use it only when it's really needed. Engaging without any restriction will reduce one's lifespan. Sleeping during daytime is not that much recommended. The nighttime is meant to be used for sleeping because it's in mode of ignorance. Staying awake during night is not at all good. Controlling one's urge to pass urine and stool will certainly cause disease. And one thing to be added, which is not here, is not doing proper exercise to the body. So these are all very important to know. Otherwise, these things, by over drinking, overeating, over engaging in union with opposite gender, oversleeping, overworking, controlling the urine and stool, not clearing them off, all these things are causes of disease. These items that we learned so far can be achieved in the first 2 beginning stages of Ashtanga Yoga, that comes under Yama and Niyama. By following the 10 items that we discussed, 5 in each. In Yama, Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha. We covered this one in 6.13 and 14, part 3 session. And Niyama, Saucha, Santosha, Tapas, Swadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhana. We covered this in 6.13, 14 Sloka, part 4. To summarize, the first verse in this set of slokas, adverse factors to be excluded, such as excessive food, sleep, and activities. The second verse reinforces the same, but links moderate eating, moderate sleeping, and moderate activities. Again, the first verse made it clear that without moderation in food, sleep, and activities, one cannot accomplish yoga. The second verse declares that if moderation is practiced in food, habits, sleep, and activities and exercise, one can succeed in yoga. When one applies these instructions carefully by having moderate food, moderate sleep, and moderate activities will be free of sorrows. Duḥkha-hā, their sorrows will be removed. And yoga bhavati, yoga is achieved. nāty-aśnatas tu yogosti, na caikāntam anaśnataḥ, na cāti-svapna-śīlasya, jāgrato naiva cārjuna, yuktāhāra-vihārasya, yukta-ceṣṭasya karmasu, yukta-svapnāvabodhasya, yoga bhavati duḥkha-hā. Namaste. Hare Krishna.